So we are in an unprecedented time, and a time when it really is important for us to befriend our nervous system, to know our nervous system, because it is the foundation for our lived experience, and it is being taxed right now by what is happening in the world. The guiding question that we want to use as we move through this time is, what does my nervous system need in this moment to feel nourished? What does my nervous system need in order to feel like it can come to ventral or stay in ventral a bit longer? Because it is only from ventral that we have the capacity to really explore options, make choices, connect with others, to feel common humanity, those experiences, to find solutions to where we are and to move forward. Those only come from a ventral state. So we're really needing to find ways to nourish our nervous system. Social connection now comes in lots of forms that it we may not have appreciated a month ago. Email, text, emoji conversations. Standing outside and having conversations across your front yard. There are all ways that people are creatively trying to stay in connection. And the question really is, what's my personal connection plan, right? Because what works for someone else may not work for me. And so I'm going to offer you a way to sort of create your personal connection plan. There are two parts. What do I do, and what do I want to explore? So, and I'm going to invite you to write this on paper so that you really can get a flavor of it. So, under the what do I do, who are the people in my life that I feel connected to? So you're just going to name those people. Who are the people you feel connected to? And what can we do together to maintain that connection? And that what can we do together is an interesting thing to think about nowadays, because it's all different now. I've been doing this plan with people for a long time, but it's now we have to redo the plan, because what can we do together is very different. And then what do I do to nourish connection to myself? So these are the what do I do categories. And then when you figure that out, it's the what do I want to explore, because we're still very curious and wanting to move forward in the world. So who would I like to invite into connection? What would I like to experiment with to have new connections to self or to others? So those are the two what would I like to do questions. And these very simple questions will give you a plan that you can then look at and follow to see, how do I stay in connection, what can we do, and how do I invite new connection. So curiosity is one of the emergent properties of ventral vagal. And that means that when you're in a ventral vagal state, curiosity arises. When you're in sympathetic or dorsal, you do not have access to your curiosity. So when you're in ventral and you feel some curiosity, that then increases your ventral, and it creates this beautiful feedback loop, so that I'm there and I feel a moment of curiosity, and then I feel more ventral and more curiosity. And right now in the world, we can get so pulled out of curiosity. We can get so pulled out of an anchor in ventral and feel sympathetically charged. I have to do something now. I don't know what to do. Get me out of here. Or that dorsal despair. And I think most people are fluctuating between the two in loops now, over and over and over. And so the question, when you're creating a connection plan, what would I like to explore, is sort of a prompt that reminds you that you do have access to ventral, and that your curiosity still lives there. And in this time of our lives, I think having something written on paper that when you read it brings that memory of curiosity is very helpful, because we can get so stuck in those other states. So a lot of this work, the connection plan, making your social engagement continuum, any of these things that we're doing are sort of pre-planning. You do them when you have a moment, when you feel regulated enough that you want to sit down and bring some curiosity, which then means you have enough ventral to move ahead with these things. And then you've done them and you put them somewhere where you can have access to them. Because when you're getting pulled out, you don't have prefrontal cortex energy to help you. And you don't remember that, oh, I do have access to my curiosity. So yeah, it's actually fun to do when you're feeling, enough curiosity to do it, and then it's there for you to grab onto when you need it. Compassion is another emergent property of ventral, which I think comes after curiosity. So I think if we can find curiosity, then we can go to compassion and then to self-compassion. And all three of those are incredibly needed in the world right now.